What's happening, people? United Central here, back with another video. It's Friday. You know what the score is, guys. It's a match preview, guys. We are previewing the game on the weekend. Well, tomorrow, actually. Game against Newcastle. A massive, massive 6-pointer. It's a massive game. Adam, before we all start with all that, it's a massive game, mate. I'll tell you what, man. It's a 6-pointer, man. Who would have thought Man United against Newcastle? 6-pointer game, but it is a 6-pointer game. Adam, before we start on that, mate, how are you and how are you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thank you. Busy week as usual. Ready for the weekend and the first pay-per-view rip-off of the new regime of Premier League.
Mate.
Cannot wait, mate. Cannot wait to add more money to the Premier League for them not to give us anything back at all. Loving it. But yeah, massive game, like you said, mate. And 8 o'clock as well, Saturday night.
Saturday night, mate. Saturday night. 8 o'clock, you know what I mean? Before we start this video, guys, please, if you are watching this, guys, please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, subscribe to Mad Red United, and also, if you want to join the membership, guys, check it out, link will be in the description below, or literally down the bottom, press join if you want to be a Man United, United Central member, help support the channel. But yeah, man, so we'll just start with that £14 rule, mate. I don't know, obviously I've got a, you know what I mean, little thing going on there, but £14 to see that, mate. Like, for me, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely
There's bigger games, isn't there? There's bigger games this weekend, didn't there, mate? Let's be honest.
Do you know what? When you look at it, though, is this not a big game because Ollie's could?
No, I'll tell you why.
The line here.
You know, you pretty much touched on it there, mate. You know exactly why it's United against Newcastle because the press, the media, they all want to carry on this gravy train of United going down the pan and more jabs at Ole and everything else that comes with it. It's just there, isn't it? They're waiting. They probably who they going to have in the studio? Let me get. It's going to be Neville. I know they'll probably try and drag Evra back in for another horror show, won't 100%. They? They'll probably 100%. Get keen into They'll get keen into slaughter him. And they'll get massive viewings from it, mate, just for the half-time show. That's what it's all about. Ex-United players slagging off the current regime. It's nothing about the football because, let's be honest, there's plenty better matches this season going on in terms of what Arsenal, City, the Merseyside derby. Mate, I know if I was a neutral fan, which ones I'd want to be watching. But the only reason that United are on prime time and people are having to pay for it is because everyone wants to see the next episode. It's not about United. It's not about what happens on the pitch. It's the half-time show. It's the fallout. You know what? They'll probably drag some Liverpool pundits on there as well just to rub it in. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Souness or Redknapp and Keane combo or something like that, mate. But, yeah, that's the only reason why we're on it, mate. There's no other reason because, like I said, then there's better games and there's better football. 8 o'clock, mate. You know what I mean? All these people wanted to watch Little Mix. What's going on? Yo, come on.
That's serious, man. That is serious, man. But we do have a game tomorrow. Massive game. Like, did international break, do you reckon that helped Man United? Or do you think... I feel like it's a bit worse, you know. I would have wanted Man United to play straight away, mate. I'm not too sure if this international break has helped Man United. I don't know how you feel, but I'm just looking at thinking, could we have just played straight away after the game and get ourselves in? Like, we played the Carabao Cup, didn't we? Again, when we lost to Crystal Palace. We won that game. You know, feel me? Like, is it a case of, could it be worse playing international break, do you think?
Oh, mate, I think it's hampered us. I think we needed a game like you said, mate. We spoke about this privately, I think, as well, mate, when you said Solskjaer always seemed to get the get out of jail game after we had a bad result. Or when the pressure was on, we had an easy like League Cup game. Well, we haven't got anything now.
Till December.
And am I on?
Yeah, just to fizz it out, mate. Fizz it out a little bit. You there?
Said froze.
I froze.
No. Wait, internet's flipping on him.
Am I froze now? Am I good?
Are you there, mate?
Am I good?
Oh, no, sound. No, you're back. Yeah, full on back. Full on back, mate. We're back on it.
Yeah. Sorry, go on. What was he saying?
Oh.
Am I there?
God, I love the internet, mate. Oh, you keep. What's the name? You keep freezing out. Oh, at least you paused on a smiley face one this time. Someone screenshot that picture. We've all gone now. Yeah, what's going on?
We're back. We're back.
We're saying.
We're back. Yeah. Yeah, you there?
Yeah, was that me or you that kept tripping out then?
That was me. That was me. That was me.
All right.
Are you there
No
now?
worries. So everyone heard what I was talking about. Mate, you did a perfect freeze then with a big smiley face. Someone's
Nah, there you go, man.
gonna clip that and put it on
Someone saying,
social,
pay your
mate. I
bill.
tell you.
Pay your bill. Someone saying, pay your bill.
Pay your bill. Yeah,
Nah,
that's the one, mate. That's it. What's up,
seriously,
Danny,
man.
mate? Yeah, to get back into where we was, mate, I think we needed that. We needed that tune-up game, that Easy League Cup game that we always get. But heading straight into Newcastle and then into PSG and then everything else that follows that is, there's no room for error right now. But we see plenty of errors in this team. I don't think the international break helped one bit, mate, because I was seeing what obviously happened to Maguire. He's obviously got a knock. His confidence has been shot even more. And bringing that back, I mean, I don't know who else to really comment. Pogba didn't cover himself in much glory, according to reports. I didn't watch much of French football, but I can't really comment on Pogba. I don't know. I've not seen much of his games. And then you're looking at Bruno again, on and off all the time. It was like one of them international weeks where it was like a testing sort of international week for the managers. So I just think that looking at it, a few clubs have come off worse, mate, because obviously Kevin De Bruyne has got injured for City as well, so he's out of the game. And all in all, what was it, Tierney for Arsenal because of the COVID cock up that they had? This international break in general, mate, hasn't been good for anyone. So in terms of our players, like I said, the players that everyone was looking at probably, like Bruno, Maguire, Pogba, all these players, even Rashford, then it's, you know what I mean? None of them have covered themselves in glory, mate. Martial didn't get much game time, if I'm thinking.
No, not much, mate. Not much at all.
Right. So you can't really judge him, mate. None of them, if anything, you could say a few have got a little bit of a rest. So we're not going to know until he turn up at St James's Park tomorrow night, mate, how good it's been. So we'll just see from there, pal.
Yeah, man. Guys, if you want to become a member, it's on literally the join button. There should be a join button down the block. When you go on to the next to subscribe, it's a join button there. But yeah, man, thanks for supporting where you can. But yeah, so obviously now we're playing Newcastle. Obviously, I don't know if you've seen Ollie's press conference. He looked a bit of a defiant mood, man. Does he look like a man that's under pressure to you? Like, when he's talking, for me, he looked like a man defiant. He looked like he wanted to almost like battle his way to become a long-term manager for Man United. How did you assess the press conference?
The one thing I pick up on the most was the fact that he was talking about Pogba, saying we're going to see the best of Pogba now in the next 2 years. And I'm like, well, what about the years before? How come you've not been able to get the position for Pogba in your first 2 years? Because let's be honest, you've been playing Pogba out of position. So as much as Pogba gets the criticism, which we all give him fairly as well, in my opinion, you still can't deny that he's been playing him. And I've said this all along, mate. I've been on this. Pogba's been out of position from his first game back. He's not a holding midfield player. It's as simple as that. He plays better on the left or further forward. So for me, I just feel like for him to come out and say we're going to see the best of Pogba now in the next 2 years, I think because they trigger the extension to his contract.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at it. Is that just to make United fans a bit happier? I'm just thinking next summer, if Real Madrid want to release that contract, they can do whatever they want, mate. You know what I mean? It's almost as if we're wasting a year through Corona, mate. You know what I mean? So it's almost as if I don't know if that kind of counts for anything. I'm not too sure about you.
This is it, mate. I think we're all worried that if we do get money for Pogba, they're not going to spend it. That's the problem, isn't it, mate? Pogba's he's been hot and cold. Well, no one can deny that. But
yeah,
I ain't going to move away and rid Ollie of any blame at all by playing him the way where he's played him on the pitch. If he played Pogba and if he thinks Pogba is the superstar that the team needs to be built around, then play Pogba in his best position. Simple as that. Yeah. And then you can start bigging him up and saying this. But for him to forget about the last 2 years that he's been here and say that the next 2 years are going to be the best, it's a bit stupid, mate, to be honest.
Do you think the problem with Pogba is, as much as we can say forever and ever, like I'm at that stage now where if he's not playing his right position, drop Pogba. And for this game here, I'm going to put it out there. For me, I will drop Pogba. I want to play Van der Beek, Bruno and Fred. We need a bit of energy in there. We need a bit of dynamism. Maybe against PSG, that's a more of a game from Wake. Show a bit of swagger. Show a bit like, he can step up to the role. I think against Newcastle, you almost think Shelby, you know what, I'm better than him. You know what, I'm better than him. You know what I mean? Like, maybe drop Pogba for this game and then bring in the likes of Van der Beek who are hungry to win. I'm not saying Pogba's not hungry to win. I'm just thinking a game like this where there's pressure on Pogba to deliver. I'm not too sure, man. I'm not saying I'm tired. I'm not seeing the best of Pogba, but I'm at that stage now where I want the team to deliver now. I want the team to deliver. And if it means that Pogba is out of the team, then it means Pogba's out of the team. I don't know how you feel, because he's not going to play forward. You just know Van der Beek and Bruno, there's two guys ahead of him. Even if you put Jesse Lingard ahead of him, you know what I mean, in that position. I know Jesse Lingard's not a starter. No, but you're talking about Pogba would never, ever be a number 10. Sorry.
Not while Ollie's there, mate. Not while Ollie's there, he won't be.
That's what I meant, yeah.
No, I mean, no, I'm all for it, mate. And it's no dig at anyone player in particular. I would drop Rashford. I would drop Martial. I'd drop Pogba. I'd drop Bruno. I don't care. If you're not playing and it's not working, then Ollie has to have the minerals to drop the players. Play the formation you want to play, but stop trying to shoehorn players into that formation. You know what I mean? Into that system, because it's not working. Clearly, it's not working. Pogba has a role in this team, but it doesn't work in a 4-2-3-1. It does not work in that formation. He cannot get the best out of him. So if you're going to big up the player, either drop him or play the right formation that suits him, that suits this team. You could easily play a 4-3-3 tomorrow, mate. You really could.
Yeah, easy.
And you know what? You could get Pogba, Bruno, and Van der Beek in that, because you could play a two up front with like a Bruno behind them or a Van der Beek behind them. Then play a 3-man midfield with Pogba on the left, where he is at his best, with maybe a Fred or a Matic holding, and then Bruno on the right. You know what I mean? There's plenty of formations to it. We're just not seeing any versatility in the system, and I think the players.
That's going to be his downfall. I think it's going to be his downfall, mate. The versatility.
This is it, mate. This is it, because at the end of the day, it's like these players are they're only gonna revolt. They're only gonna start backing out of this formation, this system and style of play, because it's not suiting them. It's like Pogba feels probably like he's sacrificing himself for the rest of the team, when he could do a better job than maybe some of the forwards could. You know, it's like he's the one who has to be in that team. So Ollie finds a position for him instead of putting him in his position. He's finding him a role, and you shouldn't have to find or try and put anyone. I said it last night actually on Keane's show. I said it's like going back to the England days when they were shoehorning Scholes into the left wing. You ain't going to get the best out of him. No. Simple as, mate.
Simple as that, and that's how it's been our problem, mate. And I've said it from day one, mate. We've never ever allowed the system and the personnel to work. It's always been around getting the best names in there. You look at the Van Gaal era, how many players have tried to shoehorn. Mourinho tried to almost do too much, you know what I mean? And then now we've got Ole Solskjaer, who's, for me, is pleasing everyone. Is he pleasing? Has he got to be ruthless? We always talk about ruthless here. Can he be ruthless? Can he say to Pogba, you know what? I don't think you're capable of playing in a midfield pivot because you're not press resistant. Is he capable of saying that? I'm not too sure. I'm just looking, I'm thinking, it's always the same faces again. Matic, Pogba, Bruno. I understand it worked for the lockdown period, when we post-lockdown period, but now teams are fitter now. Teams are more hungrier. Teams are starting from the basis of, you know what, we're here now, level playing field. It's not the same old where, let's be real, Aston Villa wanted us to stay up. Brighton were already up. You know what I mean? There was a lot of teams that were comfortable in their position. We're in a level playing field. We can't just be shoehorning these players in just because, you know what, they're the best players. What about Fred?
Best players, not the best team, mate. Don't always make the best team. That's the thing. The best team is the one that works the best for that system that you want to play that day, not the best players on paper. I mean, forget your stupid FIFA ratings and all that crap. He's got this and that people look at and go, you cannot argue against these players because he's got this, and we know what they've got individually. But it's like trying to play Matic up front. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not going to work. If your attributes don't suit a position, and it's clear as day that he's fed up of it and he's ill-disciplined to play that position, then why not use what's good about his game and put him in a forward role? You know what I mean? Even one day you could play Pogba in one of the front three as a different option. He's got the capabilities, mate. He's bagged 18 goals in one season. People will say penalties, yeah, but if you've got enough to take a penalty, then you've got enough to play in a forward line at some point. But is he brave enough, like you said, to change that formation or drop a player to make it work?
That's the question there, mate. What question is, what can his playing system can they buy into? You're looking at that system on Tottenham game, the wingers are so narrow. You know what I mean? You had the fullbacks going bombing on forward, Matic exposed, Harry Maguire exposed. You know what I mean? The midfield free. It's almost like they're,
that says everything, mate. That says everything right there, because you just touched on it then. How narrow were that team, including the fullbacks, including everyone. Yet every single attack that they made went right down our throats, mate. So there's an attitude issue with the players because they're not putting everything into the roles that they're supposed to be in. But then again, even when we play a certain system, it just seemed very easy to play against. I mean, we were that narrow against Spurs, which is right. We were, but how many times did they walk right through the middle of us, mate? It was just so easy. So, like you said, sometimes you got to look at the players, but sometimes you got to go, you know what? When a team doesn't know a system, like everyone, Wolverine look like, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'll take Jackman, mate, all day long. Yeah, I'll take that one. No, I was saying, going back to what I was saying there, mate. It's like you play that system when we came back from lockdown, and it worked, but you could see it slowly being figured out. And teams were picking up on it and sussing us out. So, you know what? You've got to be able to change it. If you haven't got players who solely believe in one system like Pep's players do, and we've seen that's coming unstuck as well now, but they believe in that system. They don't change it for any team at all. And he did try changing it, and he got battered by, who changed the system, didn't he? In the semi-final of the Champions League. He played 3 holding midfielders, didn't he? And it destroyed them. So unless you've got a team who are fully behind your manager and the way he wants to play, then you have to sort of adapt. So you have to find out different ways of playing and be versatile, because you know what? Ferguson did it in his day, and players believed in him because he said and he was playing the players in the right positions. But sometimes he asked them to do a different job when we had a different opponent. And because they believed in him, they did it. I'm talking about Rooney playing at right back against Barcelona.
I know.
Put the shift in. Was instrumental in us getting to the final.
Different generation.
It is a different.
Yeah.
But you still got managers out there that players will listen to and believe in. They're out there.
Yeah,
Look at Everton.
Rashford, can he do the hard yards? I'm worried about now the fullback. I feel like now Wan-Bissaka is a good right back, but he's been exposed. You know what I mean? You can have the best right backs in the world, yeah, but if you're not having defensive cover and you're not having no protection from your wingers, you're gonna do bad, mate. And I look at the Liverpool ones, Sadio Mane and Salah. What they do is they press from the front, so they lose the ball over there. You're looking at Man City. You know what I mean? They all press as one. You know what I mean? It's like
we don't, mate.
And that's simple
way to press. You talked about Liverpool doing it then, mate. It's like the players, the midfield three. If you got maybe Fabinho, Henderson, whoever it may be, Keita, they know as soon as the man in front of them goes, they follow their man. It's not like they're just going chasing the ball. If their forward moves, they follow the forward. They don't follow the ball. They follow the forward and stick to their formation of the press. That's how it works. And that we can all see it. I said this the other day. We've got 3 ex-United players in that changing room, mate, who played under the greatest manager to walk the planet. What is the excuse?
What is the excuse?
What is the excuse, mate? I'm running out of them.
And I'm just thinking, like, you know, like how badly do we have to play for it to come out? Like, I'm just looking at it, I'm thinking, like, can the style of football get any better? I'm not too sure. I'm just looking at the players. Are they confused? Are they confused? At 2-1, Adam, against Tottenham, yeah, what was the game plan? I'm struggling to think what was the game plan, because that could have been salvageable second half, that game plan. But it's almost as if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, you know what? I'm not too sure what to do here, because I don't think they're capable defensively. I don't think they're going to be able to track man. Like, the basis of football, tracking your player. We didn't do none of that. We almost let Tottenham do what they want to do. And that's alarming for me. It really is. The basis of the football club is missing. I can damn the manager all I want, yeah, but the players are probably not taking the coaching methods of the coach. if simple things like tracking back, and pressing, we're not pressing anymore. Have you noticed? We're not even pressing anymore, and that for me is crazy.
Mate.
We let Crystal Palace at home dictate the midfield. We let Tottenham be aggressive against us. We let Brighton for large parts of the game be better than us. Like, I understand sometimes tactics and all that, yeah, but we're not even doing the basics of football, and that for me, Adam, is very, very worrying.
Yeah, but you've nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Go back to the drawing board. Said it before. Even if we go a little bit more defensive against Newcastle, I just want to see. I want to be able to see a system or a plan. That's what I want to be able to see. I'll go, oh, you know what? It looks a tiny bit negative, but you know what? I can understand it. I can see what he's trying to do. But like you said, then I can't see anything at the moment because it's so all over the place. It's like, what the hell have you guys been doing all week? Did you even go to Carrington? Do you know what I mean? Have you worked on anything? Because to down tools the way they have done, it's unforgivable, mate. It's absolutely unforgivable. So I would accept United going defensively a little bit, mate, and just going, you know what, I can see, but there's simple changes you can make, mate. It's like, you know what, Wan-Bissaka, you're not doing it. Let's try Williams on the right.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Let's just try changing it for a game.
Low Six said we do have a system. It just sucks. You can't play attacking wing backs without industrious centre mids. Should keep Wan-Bissaka back and allow centre mids further to go forward. And also we have our first new member of the United Central. Big up to
Dan.
Mr. Dan United. First member of the United Central team. Guys, if you want to become a member, press the join button or hit the link in the description below to
Dan
hit
the
that.
Man. Dan's in there.
Dan the man, the first, member of the United Central team. But let's go into what you're saying there. We have a system, but it just sucks. But then is that a system then? Like, how can it's like like I work in education. If the teacher doesn't have the best, what's it called, plan or teaching methods,
You know what
I mean, for the school, yeah, or for the kids they're teaching, for me it's gone. There's no point teaching them. It's as simple as that. So either Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has a weak plan, or the players are not getting it. Simple as that.
That's it. It's coming up to 2 years, mate, innit? There must be some idea what he wants to do there. We're still not getting any idea from his press conferences, from what he describes the game as, how the players played it. There's a plan there. You know what I mean? It's not like we actually know what he's doing from what he's saying. We don't see it on the pitch, and we don't see it in his criticism after the game. I think the most honest thing I've heard him say all season was that he got away with one when we beat Brighton. Totally agree with that. I think we all agree with that. But I think what he touched on there in the super chat was you know what? Let's try and attack differently. We don't need to use the fullbacks to get forward. Why not release the midfield? If you've got 4 defenders back, they don't always have to be the ones. Do you know what I mean? They don't always have to be the ones who go forward. For me, I just don't think Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw are good forward players. Simple as. I just think maybe Tellers coming in this weekend is different.
Is that another one again? Maybe that's why Tellers was bought in drastically, because these two are not good enough. You know what? I love Wan-Bissaka, but I'm just wondering, is he starting to hinder our style of play? And supposed to style of play, or the way we're going to go forward. Like, it's almost as if now you've got the whole team doing everything, and then you've got Wan-Bissaka on the far corner. It's like, you know what? If we give him the ball, he's gonna lose a ball. Then we're gonna have to be on the back front, on the back front, and then we're gonna have to go again. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I said that we've seen it against Brighton, mate. How many times was he caught out of position when he was trying to go forward? His positional sense was absolutely shocking. What did you say? Start Igalo tomorrow.
Well, I don't think so, mate. I think he's lost trust in Igalo. I really do.
I mean, if he, do you know what, mate? Igalo probably deserved a shout with some of the better players and better midfield rather than the second string he always plays alongside. But it's like Saeed said, then it just feels like he's gone now. It just feels like that ship has sailed with Igalo. He doesn't trust him. And knowing that he's going in January, he's got a couple of months to go. Can he really put Igalo in and try and trust the system around him when he's not going to be here? He's just going to be a sub all the way through. He really is. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to play Rashford. He's going to play Rashford up front tomorrow when he should be playing Greenwood. And you know what? There's so many.
Last year, mate. This time last year we were here. when Rashford was up front and he absolutely nightmare game. Daniel Luciano says here, big up to you both. Big up. Both feel like we don't have a depth for consistent system. We lose a player here and there, and we don't have a change formation. Bruno for captain. Is that true? Is it like for like? Have we not got the same position? We got Fred. I feel like he can do a perfect position, but I understand what he means in terms of up front. Cavani might do a job, but other than that, have you got like for like Bruno? Maybe Johnny Van Der Beek can play there, but for me, it's almost as if now.
You know what? It's a thing. It comes back down. It comes back down to Ollie again, mate, doesn't it? Because you could easily see now Cavani coming into this team for the next couple of league games, not this weekend, obviously, but after that. If Cavani has outstanding games and he starts scoring goals, is he going to bring Martial straight back in? This is the thing, mate. Is he got the balls to do it? Is he got the balls to upset Martial, who hasn't? He hasn't got the best attitude when something doesn't go his way. That's just his character. When he's playing in the team consistent, we've seen the performances that we get out of him. But if Martial's in the firing line and Cavani's doing it and he's not, are we going to get the Martial when Zlatan came? Or is Martial going to step up to the plate because he thinks that is his plate? You know what I mean? This is the mentality of these players right now. It's like Rashford. I've seen Rashford doing exactly the same, sulking, mate. He looked like he was been sulking. So, you know what I mean? If that's the attitude you want to give, then Marcus, well done for what you've done off the pitch, mate. Absolutely amazing. MBE, well done, mate. Get on the bench. I don't care. I'm not here. We're not here to take accolades for off the field antics right now. We've got 90 minutes when we need you to do your job. That put you in that position to do this stuff in the first place. Can he do it?
Yeah. Another cutthroat one is the defence. Like, people are going to say to me, Harry Maguire, I understand this. I'll talk with Harry Maguire. Can he be dropped? We talked about yesterday Straight Jacket podcast. I want your opinion as well. But I said it on yesterday. Is it any better than Harry Maguire? Like, now, you know what I mean? Is it any better for me? Harry Maguire, is there any better out there? Bailly, injury prone. And you know what? He had a shocking game against Tottenham, and people have forgotten that. Lindelof, I don't know what he's doing. He's out the cold already. Can he be trusted to come back in? Twanzebe, it's almost like water's wet with him. He's always injured. Menji, raw, a player to go in there. The way we're playing, to be thrown in that deep, for me, it'll be kamikaze. I think it'll be quite scary. And then, what else is out there? You know what I mean? Jones, Rojo? Is that what we're dealing with right now?
No, that'll be,
like, what do we do with it? I don't know what the solution is. We've got a mess here. We don't know our best defense.
We've got Maguire definitely should not be playing tomorrow because he's got a knock, mate. Simple as. What if Ollie plays him out of pure desperation because of the reasons that you just said then, because there's no one else there? What if Ollie plays him and he aggravates that injury even more and puts him out for months? You know what I mean? He's talking. He wants to play in the press conference again. He wants to play, but I don't know. We need to check him. Well, no, it doesn't matter if he wants to play. What about you, Ollie? What about you? You're the manager. Make the decision, mate. You know what? Say no. You don't look like you're ready. You're coming back off a horrible international break after a horrible first few weeks. You've got a knock. Out we go. Simple as. Your time will come again. I've seen enough of Maguire to show that he can come back for it. Maybe it won't be till that bleeding court case is gone, mate, because something's destroying his head big time. He's a player that sometimes some of them can handle it, mate. Some can play on and deal with it on the pitch, and the releases on the field, mate. They can deal with it there. Some take it on with him. It looks like Maguire. He's one of them who's struggling with it. He does. He looks like he can't forget about it when he goes onto the pitch, mate, because he is all over the place. So there's any inkling that he's got any sign of an injury, you could destroy a player's career here right now by playing him. That's how bad it could be. So don't do it. You're going to have to trust the players that you've said are good enough to play in this squad. Make it work. Do you know what I mean? If it means you have to play two holding midfield players for this game, just to give the defence.
5 at the back?
Yeah, 5 at the back, mate. Change it up to make it look like, to make it feel like that defence is stronger. Put Henderson in goal because he may give the defence a little bit more of a confidence boost. You know what I mean? Do it. Don't just play Maguire because he's fit and he's the captain. It's a horrible, disgraceful decision if he does play him and he knows he's got a knock. because that could be Maguire's season over if he aggravates it, because his timing's off. We've seen his tackle for England. He's way off the mark, and that brings injuries as well. When you're not on top of your game, you try and do things that you shouldn't be doing, and that's when injuries come as well. So you have to realise this as a coach. The team, his coaching staff, and everyone behind him has to get behind Ollie and say, look, Ollie, no. Seriously, mate. Just leave this one go. Yeah, let's not chance it. It's Newcastle. Give him the week off. We've got bigger fish to fry coming up. It's not the end of the world. It's one game against Newcastle where I think these guys could probably cope just as well as Maguire could right now. Don't risk it. You know what I mean? And you never know. You may stumble upon something in that as well, mate. Changing that formation because of one man. His hand may get forced this weekend, mate, and he may come out smelling like roses because it's worked accidentally for him. That's
it. I'm not too sure about that, mate. I'm not too sure, mate.
No, wait. These are the straws we're clutching at, mate.
We've got a super chat here. Thanks for the super chat here, mate. Goku Bray, he says, Ollie has tactics. He's just too kind for the players that don't listen. Fergie demanded it. Ollie asks, more of a friend than a boss. That'll get him sacked. And another super chat here. He goes, how many years have we been looking for a centre-back pair? That's true, mate. You know what I mean? That is absolutely true, mate. We've been talking about centre-backs for many years, man. People are talking about bring Smalling back. Mate, what happened was we was there when Smalling played in the 4-0 loss. Remember? Do you remember? When he got spun by Walcott. People don't remember these games when he got spun by Theo Walcott.
The season before, mate, when he made that stupid mistake against Newcastle, when he dived like an absolute tool and cost us the goal and cost us a defeat. You know what I mean?
He's been here 10 years, man. Maguire's only been here just a season, yeah. I understand he's having bad form, but I'm just saying to you guys, yeah, like the grass is not green on the other side. Man United do not look like they're getting a centre back anytime soon. Like they don't, because we've got Bailly, Lindelof, Rojo still on the books, Jones is still on the books, Twanzebe, Menji. There's a lot of centre backs here,
well,
and I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah. No, I think it's Rojo last year as well, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is ruthless enough. I really, really, really don't think he's ruthless enough. You know what I mean? Bless you, mate. We've got 600 people watching live, guys. 609 people, man. So please, if you are watching this video, don't just look at the video. Like the video, man. Like, seriously. A lot of people just watch the video. Don't like the video, man. Come on. Support the channel. We are an independent channel. We got Adam from Mad Red United here. Please go check his channel out as well. But 7 games, Adam. This is the start of Ollie's big test. Big test, man.
This is like the test run of a new. It's like the test run of a new roller coaster when it's not been on the track yet. It's like you're hoping for everything to go right, but really, your heart's in your mouth. That's what it is, mate.
I've never been this not confident, you know. Man United Football Club. There's a lot of discontent. Maguire talk. Pogba, can he play consistently at DDM? Bruno Fernandes, and people can talk about, there's not been no rift. Listen, mate, there's been a rift, yeah. There's been a rift. Thanks for Mr. Dan United. Best show on YouTube. Smash the likes. Guys, smash the likes and listen to Mr. Dan United. But Bruno Fernandes, a lot of rift going on. Take it or what, you know. No Martial, no recognised striker up front. Cavani's obviously he's got COVID and whatnot. The worst preparations again. Man United have got the worst preparations going into a game. I'm just looking at it. I'm thinking maximum bandana. You know what I mean? They've got
new contract, buzzing, all. You know what I mean?
Ready to go. Give it all his all. They've got a stable team. Decent winning record. I think they've got more points than us. I think they've got 6 points. I think.
Yep. I think they go. If they beat us, mate, I think they're 7 points ahead of us. So let that sink in, and then come back down and go. Okay, how much time are we going to give this process?
Yeah,
that's it. TJ there, TJ next week.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised, mate. I won't be surprised, man. You know, I'm just thinking, Adam, is this the best result? This is the best time now to get the result in, and let's start on a tricky run, mate. This is a tricky run. PSG, Chelsea, you know what I mean? Leipzig, Arsenal, Southampton, Everton. Oh. I don't think it gets any worse than this, mate. I really don't, mate.
Doesn't.
People are saying someone saying there's been 3 games, mate. Listen, man, it's a reactionary game, mate. 3 games, Man United should be winning them 3 games. How about that, yeah? Man United should be winning all 3 games. The game against Tottenham, Man United should be winning. The game against Crystal Palace, Man United should be winning. The game against Brighton, we won, but by the skin of our teeth. This is not. We're not no ordinary club, mate. We are Manchester United. Manchester United, man.
Yeah, it's been 3 games and we've conceded 11 goals. You know what I mean? No, we conceded more goals. We conceded more goals at home this season in 2 games than United did in the 2008 season, the whole season at home. They're the standards. That's what I've been brought up with. I mean, I'm no newcomer here. I'm old, long in the tooth. I've seen what's expected at United. You know what? We're paying for this. We're paying more and more money just to watch the team. Never mind people going into merchandise and what we're buying and that. We're paying fortunes just to watch United on TV. And you know what? The football's not got any better. It's got worse gradually. And it's expectations.
Have the players honestly lost interest in Ollie? Have they? I'm not saying they're down in tools, but have they lost interest in believing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is to take them forward? When you look at
they've come out and publicly backed him, haven't they? But where's the cheat, mate? It's what happens on the pitch now, isn't it? If you can show that you're fully all in on Ollie's system, then go and show it. Go and play. But if not, then you know what? Don't come out moaning afterwards saying sorry on social media again, because the fans are not going to take it anymore. It's just got to that stage now where words don't even they don't mean
anything to me.
Don't even sink in. They don't mean nothing. And anything comes out of that after a poor performance again, then they're just going to get it back. They're just going to get the wrath of the fans again, and just show it on the pitch. Don't forget about your words and your posts and saying sorry. We're not bothered about that. Just go out and leave everything on the pitch for a game, and then you'll get some more plaudits, maybe.
Body language of the players worries me a lot, mate. It's a lot. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at Bruno Fernandes. Is he willing to play for the team now? Is he willing to stop saying that? You know what I mean? Like, and almost like not getting into his positions. You know what I mean? Not playing for. I know he plays for the team, and I know he plays for the badge. Yeah, but I just look at it and I'm thinking, is he trying too hard and not for the team as a whole to press from the front, to do it together as a team? I'm not too sure, man. And I'm looking at Fred, discontent. You know what I mean? Not playing well. There's a lot of players that are not playing. Bruno Donny van der Beek, his agent's coming out saying he's not playing. You know, why is he not playing? I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, Joe Rodon, by the way, has joined Spurs. Good signing for them. But yeah, I'm just looking at it, Adam. I'm thinking, this game here for Ollie, what can you see for this game? What are you hoping for from this game?
A win of any sort, mate. That's what we need to get. We need to get a W on the board, mate, just to keep ourselves in contact with the rest of the table and the rest of the teams, mate. That's what we need. And like I said, I would take a defensive performance and a 1-0 win. As long as I've seen the players were on board with what he's told them to do. And thanks, yeah, I tell you, I wish I was playing there. But you know what I mean? I want to see us go out and I can tell what's happening on the pitch. I can see they're listening to some form of instruction. I can see a job that player is doing, because at the moment it just looks like, dare I say it, freestyle. Everyone do what they want. Sunday league football.
Freestyle football. Are you going to freestyle?
This is what it is, mate. We're waiting for someone. We're waiting for someone to. It's like when you're on the you're at the under 8s league and you know no one's good, but they got that one big player up front who's just like looks a couple more years advanced than anyone else, and the ball goes to him, and he's the one who wins the game for you. That's what United are like at the moment. They're waiting for one of the big guns just to pull them out of the crap, but they're the ones that are failing more than anyone else at the moment. So it's no surprise we're having the results that we are.
Sparta Florin, thanks for the super chat, mate. He goes, people talk about we need to compliment Maguire, who was supposed to be the best, 80 million, but now we have to buy another centre back for 100 million because he's not good. That's debatable. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's debatable. You know what I mean? I kind of agree with you in one sense, but I just feel like there's a lot of going on. I think this whole system at United, the whole culture of this football club is very, very poor. We haven't got a proper CDM. I don't think Matic is good enough anymore. I don't think he's got the legs anymore. I think the fullbacks, we've strengthened Tellez, but I don't think the fullbacks are good enough anymore. I think Wan-Bissaka's shot for confidence. Centre-back position with Maguire. Is it the best centre-back in the world? I mean, you've got Bailly, Lindelof, always interchanging. Then you've got David De Gea. Is it David De Gea? Is it Henderson? There's a lot going on here. And I just feel like that solidity you need as a centre-back, it's not got it. When Rio Ferdinand and Vidic were here, who was playing at right-back and left-back? It was either Gary Neville or Raphael and it was Apache 7 right, and it was Van der Sar in there. Vidic, Ferdinand. You can name it all. When Ince, Irwin, you know what I mean? Irwin and who was it right back? Gary Neville. You had Pierce Michael, Bruce, McAllister.
Even, yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what they were getting, man. And I'm just looking at it, I'm thinking, you got to realize it, guys. This all together, man. There's more ways of looking at it than that, man. But Adam, let me know your team, man. Let me know your starting 11 for this team, man. Your starting 11.
My starting 11 would be, I would have Henderson in goal. I would have Bailly and Lindelof, now knowing that Maguire's got a knock. I would go Wan-Bissaka right back, Telles at left back. I would then go 3 in the middle, 1 holding midfielder, either a Matic or a Fred. I'd go Pogba on the left of that, Pogba on the left of that, Van der Beek on the right of it, interchanging with Bruno, who's in front of a front two of Greenwood and Rashford. That's how I would play it. And that is an interchangeable team because Pogba can go forward, Van der Beek can cover. Van der Beek and Bruno are more disciplined, I think. And you said you could have Fred in there easily for his energy. He's the one picking up the pieces around all them three. You know what? I can see Van der Beek listening to what Ollie says. I can see Bruno. Pogba is a free spirit. Pogba's a free spirit. He always has been. So let him have his roam. Let's see if we can get the best out of Pogba by playing the Pogba game. If not, then that's the time they goes, mate, doesn't it? That's it. If you play him in his right position, he doesn't show up, then okay, you're really not for this club. But let's give him a chance in the rightful position where he was absolutely world class for Juve. Play him on the left of a midfield 3, and that's my team going forward, mate. But the team that will play is De Gea, Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka. He'll have Matic in the hole with Pogba. He'll have Bruno up front, behind Rashford in the middle, Greenwood on the right, Dan James on the left. That's what the team will be.
Wow. That, for me, is crazy.
Mata would play.
Someone said, watch Ollie play at CDM, Pogba CDM against Newcastle. Won't surprise me. Said, when Maguire is trying to get a wide from Shaw, Spurs' first goal, that's how you know our club is a joke. Listen, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. You're smart. I don't think you like Maguire, do you? You know what I mean? I don't think you like Maguire. I'm just looking at it thinking there, that when you're summing it up all there, you're thinking Man United are their own downfall, basically. This game, Man United is their own downfall. That is literally, to nail it to a head, we are. So why are we sacrificing Pogba for our Saka going forward? That's true. That's true. You know what I mean? It's a double entendre, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like you got Wan-Bissaka who for me can't go forward, and then Pogba again is suffering. I think there's 2 positions suffering, but then we sold Dalot. We sold Dalot for no reason. So I don't know, man. But when you look at it, and you're thinking there, we are going to be our own downfall. You look at Maximum, Wilson. They've got a lot of height in there. You know what I mean? You're looking at Carroll, Almiron. They've got pace and power, mate. Pace and power.
Don't forget Lord Voldemort in the middle as well, mate.
Voldemort will turn to Steven Gerrard. You know what I mean? The Steven Gerrard he thought he was going to be all them years ago, mate. You know what I mean? He'll turn up and he'll bring in them boots in, and it'll be Matty Longstaff, edge of the half box. And it'll be that again, mate.
2-2 last season against us, one of him. So,
yeah, mate.
I mean, he's due to come back from injury as well soon. Watch him make his first appearance back against us and score a goal after it. You know what I mean? It's the way it goes, isn't it? But, mate, they have got dangers that really can find out the flaws in our poor defence at the moment. Like you said, then you've got the height of Carroll. You've got the pace of Sam Maximum, Fraser, Almiron to come on off the bench. The pace is frightening there, and it just looks like they've got a plan B. Newcastle have got a plan B, because if it don't work at first, and you've got players like Shelby who can pick a ball over the top, who can pick a ball to Carroll, who Wilson can feed off. He's got Fraser on the wing, who's great at putting balls in the box, perfect for Andy Carroll with our weak defence in the air, because we're going to see Lindelof this weekend, aren't we? It's inevitable. Yep. And Carroll against Lindelof, Wilson against Lindelof. Lindelof needs to have the game of his life, and then you think he's done it if he does get through that game. And then he's got what's he got? He's got Icardi, Neymar, and Mbappe to come in the week. Nice.
I don't think it would have surprised me as well if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer played a weakened team against Newcastle.
He'd probably do better, mate.
Wow,
it will. It will probably do better, mate. That's the problem.
That's crazy, man. I don't know, man. I'm trying to look for a prediction now, and Adam, I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling. I'm thinking 2-1, maybe. I'm not too sure, but I just feel like it's gonna be cagey. It's gonna be nervy. It's gonna be if they get a first goal in, mate. If they get the first goal in, yeah, it could be one of them nights, mate. It could be one of them nights, and the whole world is looking at us. The whole world is looking at us.
It is. Well, that's if they fork out the money, mate. That's what it is. But you know what? This could be. It still could be one of them games when the chips are down and United turn up. But that confidence is slowly draining out of me for that sort of game to come around now. It really is, because I've never seen a squad so low. I've never seen them so flat. And it's just going to take a lot. So maybe we have to just start grinding, mate. It's time to grind out results again for a while, just to keep ourselves relevant in the league table. And you never know, form may come back. That's what we've got to do. It's no good trying to play an elaborate system when you know it's going to end up being sussed out and flawed. So maybe just keep it solid for a bit. Just play defence, 5 at the back, like you said, mate. Just change it up, make it solidify it a bit, make us harder to play against. It's horrible and sad, and it's not acceptable to say that as a United fan. But right now, mate, we are 1 defeat away from going down into that relegation zone. So how serious do you want to take it? How serious are you taking it?
Last year, yeah, you said, yeah, we're in a relegation battle, and people laughed at you.
I did.
People laughed at you. You said lambs to the slaughter, relegation battle. A year on, Man United Football Club, I've still got the biggest stars in the world. Pogba, Bruno now. No excuses. We've got Bruno now. Last year was about Bruno. We don't have an attacking midfielder. And again, we're in the same problem again, Lex. What does that show about this football club? That we haven't moved forward. People talked about last year, Pereiro's playing, Lingard's playing, Rashford's up top.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we've got a good team here, a good team on paper that can beat Newcastle. But you know what it'll be again? Excuse about, you know what? We didn't have Martial up top. You know what? We don't have proper centre-backs at the back. For me, it's too many excuses, Adam, man. Too many excuses, man. And it's just
100%.
like, not enough solutions, mate. Not enough solutions. So what you go with, mate? A cheeky 1-0?
I said it last night. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to go 2-1 United. I just feel that, you know what? I think a result's needed more than ever. And knowing the teams we've got coming up after this, I think it has to be a win. Otherwise, I fear for him after this one, mate. I really do. It's going to be 2-1 United, I think. 2-1.
2-1 United, mate. You know what I mean? Under the bright lights of Newcastle Stadium, and imagine paying $14.95. I didn't pay for that one, mate. I didn't pay for that one. So get your facts right there, mate. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Andreassi. But guys, that's been your match preview for the game against Newcastle. Been a pleasure, mate. Adam, let me know your socials, man, so people can find you, man.
Yeah, it'll be straight up on YouTube at Mad Red United. All my socials are on the top of that page as well. I'll be obviously back on after the game tomorrow night. Back on with Saeed for the podcast on Sunday, and then we're both making an appearance late on Rance's show on Sunday as well, aren't we, mate? So
that's it, mate.
Times are changing. Times are changing.
Yeah, mate. Times are changing, and it's a new dawn, mate. It's a new dawn, and we move on, man. We move on. But you know what, guys? Please subscribe to United Central. Subscribe to Mad Red United, and please, guys, before you leave this video, or after, if you are watching after the video, like the video, man. Please, it helps the channel grow. And also, guys, if you want to become a member of the channel, become a member of the United Central, you know what I mean, members club. Go check it out. There's a link that says join. Press the join button. Become a member. There's 3 different stages. You choose what you want to do. You know what I mean? Go check out his link right there. You choose what you want to do. And just to help support the channel, man. It just helps to support the channel. We'll bring out bigger content, better equipment, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, man, appreciate it to you guys. You know what I mean? Go check out there already. Gavin Clark saying, gonna subscribe to United Adam right now.
That's man. Man. You the man.
That's it, man. So yeah, man, guys, we'll see you after the game. United Central match reaction, post-match talk, all of that stuff. Hopefully, Man United get the 3 points, or else, mate.
Oh, the proverbial will hit the fan, mate.
Yeah, mate. And you know what, mate? It could be good night Vienna for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and maybe a
Oh,
new dawn
God.
for Pochettino. But guys, that's for another story. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Peace.